Hey, just wanted to make sure. You should see me again. Okay, cool. Cool. Great, thanks.
Yeah, we're working on it as well.
Serious one, come on. Just pulled it.
Ladies, we're going to be over there. They're going to take them over. Tom's restroom is ready.
Sure.
I'm so glad you all read my emails.
You're from St. Louis?
I am.
I am too. I was
Whereabouts?
talking about Chesterfield.
All right,
Yeah,
great.
what's Marquette has there?
Good morning, I'm Tom Blaze. It's an honor to see you here.
Tom, thank you.
My son Brad.
Honor to meet you, sir.
Brad, Mike Pence, what a pleasure.
Thank you. Welcome to Rokon.
Yeah, congratulations on all your success here.
Thank you.
I'll take one, just wrap it.
So Rokon's been in business since 1958.
Wow.
We make all-wheel drive motorcycles. That's our niche. So we have power to both wheels and a fairly lightweight frame. I mean, it looks big, but it only weighs 200 pounds, 218 pounds.
Is that right?
Yeah. So the
What's it
wheel-
made of?
It's made of, chromoly tubing. So it's all tubing. And then we have aluminum wheels that are hollow. You can store 2.5 gallons of water or fuel in each wheel. So when empty, it floats in water. It's it's like the Swiss Army knife of motorcycles. It's a workhorse. It doesn't go fast, but it'll climb mountains. It'll go in incredibly soft sand, like in the Middle East. It'll tow 2,000 pounds.
Yeah.
It's used by the military for long-range reconnaissance, special operations. We've got sale to the Night Stalkers at Fort Campbell. We sell all over the world. I traveled the world selling this product now for 32 years. The company's been in business, as I said, 30 years. Yeah.
Lexi, let's get a good picture with these two great Americans.
I don't think so.
Come on around.
We're average Americans. We're just happy to be with you.
1, 2, 3. That's great.
Thank you. Great. We're going to take a look around?
Yes, absolutely. Come on in.
And Chris, I've worked with Brad for like 20 years.
Yes.
Here in politics. Small world. Is that right? Very small world.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I used to work for...
This is my wife, Susan.
Susan Blay, I'm Tom's wife.
Good. What a pleasure.
Very nice to meet you as well.
I haven't seen. Really? I wish my wife Karen was here. Yeah, she'll be back soon.
Give her my best. I would love to meet
I will.
you. Thank you.
Hey, guys.
I'm Mr. Vice President Steve Cahill. I'm the production manager here.
Hey, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, sir.
This is one of my suppliers.
Hey,
This piece on
good to meet you too. What do you supply?
All of his nuts, bolts, a lot of his abrasives and that sort of stuff.
Very cool. I thought you were going to let me ride one of these things.
Hey, if you want
We
to.
can do that.
Absolutely.
We do it all the time. So these bikes are all different, slightly different versions of the same concept, but this is how it works here. So
All of the bikes have this technology. This is our two-wheel drive technology.
we have a 3-speed transmission in the back here, and it gets the power through the center of the bike until we get the two-wheel drive, through this slip clutch right to the front, and we can flexible universal joint to get it to turn 90 degrees to drive the bike from the other side. That's how it works.
It's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome. Did you develop that?
No, it was developed in the 50s and late 50s, but it was been popularized. I've changed what I've designed is I've gotten a patent on all-wheel drive and front suspension, which it didn't have a lot of. The two complaints were it was too noisy. The original bikes were two-stroke, so we switched to four-stroke and made 2 motor changes on my watch, and I got this patent on front suspension to make it ride more comfortably. You might be interested in these pictures over here. So I went to Jordan. King Abdul is a huge fan of Rokon, and
His father had owned a Rokon, and so when he became king, he saw it in a magazine and decided that he would like to have a partnership.
So he headed up special forces for Jordan before he became king, and he wanted to use the bike in a special forces capacity.
Fighter pilot.
Yeah, and so here we are with bikes in Jordan. He gave one to George Bush on the White House.
So we actually sent kits to Jordan, where they assembled them, and they brought people over here, and we taught them how to assemble them and maintain them and everything, and that's how the program is.
That's great. That's great.
This is some of our older models. We used to make racing bikes in the 60s.
Ultimately going in there.
So we have a lot of historical stuff up here. These are our bikes from history.
You know, the first bike we had was something that never heard of.
Sure.
You remember that?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
Of course I do.
It had heavy suspension on the front end.
Yeah.
What two-wheel, of course. But
No, it's rear-wheel drive. It was a classic. That's how the Japanese started with small bikes like that.
Yeah.
In America. This is a prepper version with survivor kits on it. But we're going to take you out back now and meet some of the guys.
Love it.
Give me glasses.
We do it all with we love our wheels. We build our own transmissions. All to our design, all American parts. Very cool. My goal is first to source from New Hampshire. Then I try to source from New England. And I source from America. And then when I have to, I go over to the
How long have you been there?
Just about 2 years.
You like it?
Yeah. Very nice. I get to do a lot of things around here. Build different parts of the bikes.
Yeah, very cool. I need to get a shirt that says Mike Pence established 1959. Nice to meet you.
It's really great to meet you.
This Vice President, this is Darrell. He's the National Guard, in the National Guard.
Thanks for your service. Yeah, appreciate it. How long have you been here?
I've been here 5 years.
Yeah.
Oh, 5 years.
What were you doing before that?
I was working at a Toyota dealer.
This has got to be very satisfying.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, sir.
From the bones out?
Well, we make it all.
Daryl was also active duty.
No, not
excuse me.
active,
I
but
apologize.
yeah.
Yeah, why don't you tell me?
Yeah, I've been in the National Guard for about 4 years now.
Great. Good for you. Yeah, thanks for your service.
Sir.
Appreciate you. All right, we're going this way?
Yes, sir.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm really into the bones of it.
Bill, very real pleasure. What are you doing here? You're doing the ground up? You? So you build the whole frame?
We build the whole frame. We do.
Everything.
We try.
I do weld the rims. Huh? Do all the things. Yeah. Keeps us busy, right, Carl?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
All right, we're going to skip ahead.
Get your training and welding.
Where's the next step?
You go around that way.
How are you going to ride one of these? You two are ready to go.
Wait till you talk about the powder coat. It's so cool. Do you know about that? How they do it? It's amazing.
Has some power. Yeah, it's very cool. I just thought this was one of those cool companies because what they also do is they'll take it for firefighters and they'll go through like to fight firefighters and search and rescue.
Just cleaning up parts, getting all the, scale, real scale off and everything. Trim them off and just sandblast it. Yep, get them all nice and clean. Super clean and set up in a powder coat operation. Kevin does all our cleaning. And does an incredible job at it. It's of quality. And we use powder coating, which is really good for the environment.
We actually use Gama, Indiana company. That is our supplier. No, Gama is how you pronounce it. GEM. Steve would actually. Steve, where is Gama in Indiana?
In Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
Yeah. And they sent me out there for a 4-day course on how to operate.
Before he was the manager, Steve was supposed to be also our powder coater as well. Kevin has taken over that role.
It's a beautiful thing. Oh, does it?
It really does. It really does.
People with strong hearts and strong things. I'm sure you're used to that.
Pallet over here, it's kiln dried all over the world. That's also made in by a company called Index Packaging. The whole thing, we have over 9% U.S. content. It's important for us to have quality. I've tried Chinese products. I've tried other things. Honestly, consumers want the best deal, wherever. But American made is the best deal. That's the story.
Mr. Vice President, are you familiar with electrostatic powder coating at all? Okay, yeah, so we have a fully equipped setup here. That's how you do it. Exactly. Yeah. John Deere employs the same techniques in their tractors. They have a much more sophisticated line and a lot more automation than we do. Yeah, the electrostatic powder coating really is the way to go, especially in a machine with the kind of applications that ours has.
Steve, did you say that powder coating company is from Indiana?
Yes.
Yes.
We just mentioned.
Yeah.
We're trying because we sell 5 major markets. Montana, Colorado. That's huge for us because they're retrieving else at high altitude.
Yeah. And difficult to reach places. That's another thing about it's so narrow and it can go on paths, a footpath that a four-wheeler can't go on. One of our best stories is from Cashiers, North Carolina. They had a man who was bitten by a snake and they were trying to get him out and then eventually medevaced him. And they had a Rokon, but they didn't have a trailer. And they strapped him to the driver and had 2 people run alongside and keep his body up. And they were able to get him out just in the nick of time. And they never would have carried him out in that time. So it's incredible.
So search and rescue is our second market. We also sell in agriculture for crop checking. We sell also military, as I mentioned before. We're working on different special forces operations. About $3 million. We're a small company. We're just a niche little company trying to do one little thing right.
Yes. I mean, you got to figure it out.
Thank you.
I grew up in a small business family. Gas station.
But we have the Bronze Star proudly hanging in our house.
Yeah, my mom owns the governor's office at the White House for 15 years. And I've got like my home and everything.
It was a tough war.
Like at your house, it's not the forgotten war of my house.
Not the forgotten war. We
Chance.
we talk about it all the time.
Where'd she go? Did we lose her?
No, we're going to get her back.
Huh? Right. Connection.
I'm going to ask you if you wouldn't mind. I'm going to give you this hat. And if you wouldn't mind signing a couple things for the various people here. Susan, we were talking about the Bronze Star and your dad.
Oh, yes.
Hey, your dad got a Bronze Star?
Yes, he did, for Korean service in the Korean War. He was a Korean, though.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so he was Hanging Sam.
Hanging Sam Williams was a general in World War II who
Very
also
close friend
got
of
the
my
Silver
dad's.
Star for the Americans, leading American troops in the 50s. He was one of the leading generals in the war later, and he worked with her father, and that's when they introduced the Koreans to artillery, because the Koreans didn't have artillery, and her father became the artillery captain.
Oh, wow. Your dad.
That's my dad getting the Bronze Star.
Oh, wow.
April 15, 1953, in Korea.
Fabulous.
Well, the same year your father
My
got
father.
it, 1953.
Yes, that's when my father got his, too. Cypress Vance. I remember I still have the certificate on that.
So one of the greatest experiences I had when I was vice president was my first trip to South Korea.
Oh, yeah.
And we were driving through the city in Seoul. And they had posters up that said, "Welcome, Vice President Pence." And right underneath my name, it said, "And thank you, Lieutenant Ed Pence."
Oh, that's awesome. That is
And
wonderful.
I'm in the motorcade, and Karen and I both
Yeah.
became emotional.
Yeah.
But it was on all the posters at all the bus stops and everywhere we went.
That's wonderful.
And, you know, the heroes of that war, Korean heroes, U.S.
Right.
soldiers,
My father...
are venerated over there.
My father was multilingual, so when the war started and he got drafted, they put him just with U.S. troops. So that's why he served a lot with the American Army. And then after the war, they brought him over to the United States. He was up at West Point a little bit as a visiting officer down in D.C. And then the Koreans asked him to become a diplomat to Turkey, because Turkey served also troops there in the
NATO
war.
alliance in the Korean War, and that's how he met.
My mother.
Her mother was Turkish.
Because I'm half Turkish, so yeah. So anyway, that's how they met, and here we are. But yes.
Oh, wonderful. So good to meet you.
Very nice to
What a
meet
great
you too. What a
connection.
pleasure.
Same year.
Same year.
Same year, same
Absolutely.
medal.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
Very cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your service.
Oh, no. And your father, I assume.
Your dad's service, and for your
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not-
supporting everyone.
Her father's not with us, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he would. I never got to meet him, but Susan talks about him every day.
Yeah. I get it.
Yes.
Okay. Let me sign this.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Anybody want me to make
Yeah,
this
make it
up?
up to Susan and Tom. S-U-Z-A-N.
Great. How about the rest?
The next one's to Steve.
Yes.
Steve's one of our key guys. Yeah.
I signed every one of these. Just so you know. No, the publisher sends you.
Really?
that.
Oh, and you
No,
signed
they
them
send you
already.
That page
Wow.
Okay.
before they bind
That's
it.
a lot of work.
That is a lot of work.
Yeah. No, it was. It was mind-numbing.
Yeah.
Wow. Very impressive.
Brad. Yes.
But when it hit the bestseller list, you smiled. So.
This is going on the refrigerator, so if you could sign that too.
You got it.
Thank you, sir, very much.
Yeah, I thought it was all right.
Great, thank you very much. And this hat's for you. Okay?
Great.
And if we could just get a couple of pictures.
This one.
I would make it to, who do you want to make it out to?
Well, they were for both of you, right?
Make it out, who do you want to make it out to?
How about Alex and Peter? Because it's
Alex and Peter.
My thought was we take just a couple minutes with just the five of us, just chat. And
Sure.
With our friends from the media and everyone, and just talk about things.
Okay.
Great. Got my hat.
Yeah.
There we go, boys.
Good.
All right.
Brad, you got like a meeting room or?
Yeah, listen.